Professional, I know. Can this even pick my stuff up right now? It can. Good. Good. Okay. So, let's hurry up these. Get these out of here. So I went and did some research here. I was looking at all of this stuff, so let me just show you what I've been making. I have made I've made a chart. I took every single pest, took all of their profits, I put them on a table, and this is all based around if everything has 2,000 farming fortune. Just universally. 2,000 farming fortune. That's what we're working with. So, and the numbers are all just money. But this is going to be mainly for Ironman. So that's why some of the stuff is all zeroed out, because, like, I can't sell Pestern books, I can't sell Sunder books, and I can't sell Wiggling Larva. But those would, of course, like, greatly benefit you. Also, now that I think about it, Wiggling Larva actually kind of goes crazy. So, as you can see here, everything now, if you have 2,000 farming fortune, you're getting about 101k, 110k-ish profit per pet. And this again, let me clarify. This is Ironman NPC sell prices. This is not normal profile bazaar. This is not auction house. Strictly NPC sell. So, the first big thing that you can see, or that I want to talk about, is like a lot of the money here. Like all the pests, except for fly, all make relatively the same amount of money now. They completely neutered fly, and I don't know why they neutered fly specifically. Maybe it's just because, hey, it was popular for so long, let's just, like, kill it for temporarily. But yeah. So, this top section is all based on, like, all the different types of bait. So we have dung, we have, cheese, one of these is compost, the other something. Honey, I think. I think that's like honey. Or that might be honey, and then plant matter. So you're for Iron Man players, we're gonna want to be using plant matter, 100%. So the thing with plant matter, locust slug, they both have an insanely high base crop drop rate that you're gonna be consistently getting. Their rare drops are also equal. Wiggling larva you sadly can't sell, but that's like fine. Well, like a big money drop, you're gonna come from your slug pets. Slug pet is like the most profitable rare drop by far from any little pest or any like special drop, I should say, in like comparatively to like all your stereos and stuff. Since you can sell the pets to George. Um, so you're gonna be making like 30k-ish extra per pest on average, mainly because of the slug pet. That is like basically the entire power. So, the way I calculated these is I just took like I manually took like every single little pest drop, manually submitted into the formula. So I just changed the odds there, and then I took the odds, multiplied it through whatever the profit was, then boom, there's your average. And then so that's just like saying, hey, you're gonna be wanting plant matter. That's the big one. As for individual pest, you're gonna want to specifically tune into slug. Like I said, that's where your big money's coming from. That's gonna be your big like dropping epic and legendary slugs. You're gonna be dropping a lot of like the blocks. And also all these I also took into account the vinyl price. on average. That's just submitted for like literally all of these. Um, things you're gonna definitely want to avoid is you're gonna want to avoid flies and you're gonna want to avoid mosquitoes. So if those things are on your plot and you're like losing farming forking, those are like the things you're gonna want to take out of the garden first to get your rates up for like the your slugs and your beetles and stuff like that, your locusts for like the higher farming forking rates. Um, at the same time, I want to talk about the traps. So this is just gonna be more personal preference, but with the traps, I don't think putting plant matter in them is the play. Mainly because I think you're gonna want to save the plant matter for like actually like getting the manually farming with it and like spraying it on your plot, getting the stuff that way. So instead, I put the honey jars in it for the moths and the cricket because I feel like they're just like, well, according to my thing, they're the second most profitable for like Ironman. And yeah, so that way I'm not using my plant matter and just like draining through it if I go through a large section of just like not farming. And yeah. So that's just like that's the pest profits mainly. So there you have flight crickets at like 108k, while the other one's at 130k. Um, let's talk about pets. Pets. So here I have your three your three normal or your two normal pets that you would normally use for farming forking. But then we have hedgehog here. So hedgehog is interesting. So hedgehog allows you to do okay, let me slow that down again. Hedgehog allows you to do more damage to pests, it gives you farming fortune on pests, and then it gives you more universal farming fortune. And then we have mushroom and elephant, those are like normal. So let's look at the elephant real quick. So here's our elephant. 150 flat farming fortune. That's it. Don't need to do any special math. They can apply to your pests or your crops and your pests. You gotta get your more rare drops. It's whatever. And then you're gonna have mushroom, 110 base, and then your extra farming forking per strength. And if I remember correctly, because you need... So you're at 110, so that means you need 40 more to break even. So if you divide that, or you multiply that by 0. Multiply that, no, you need to divide it by 0.7. Yeah, that's how much you need to make, and then you multiply that by 20. So if you have 1,142 farming fortune or more, just use mushroom count instead of elephant. Then you're going to be getting the more farming fortune that way. But we already knew that, and then if you're doing mushrooms, this is just the best regardless. But, let's talk hedgehog. Hedgehog. This little goober is interesting. So at level 100, more damage, like I said, but and then a base 100 farming forking on pets specifically, so you aren't going to be getting this through your normal farming. But the third perk is where things get interesting. So 45 farming fortune, tripled at night. So even though it says at night, so does biohazard armor. So did mushroom armor. Because of the night saber, you can permanently turn your garden to nighttime and therefore constantly have that tripled farming fortune. That's how people use mushroom armor, that's how people are using biohazard armor, that's how you're going to want to use hedgehog. So you're going to be getting your 100 base farming fortune with Hedgehog, plus the 45 tripled farming fortune. And the 45 tripled is 135. So if you have a level 100 Hedgehog, just doing normal farming, you're only missing out on 15 farming fortune as opposed to elephant pet. But when you're comparing it to pets, you're getting 235, which means you're getting 85 extra farming fortune as opposed to doing things with elephant, which is like massive. But now that's 85 more. And 85, and then you're going to be another 40 on top of the 85 above Mushroom Cow. So 85 plus 45, or 85 plus 40 is 125. Divide that by 0.7, and then multiply that by 20. So unless you have like 3,600 strength, Hedgehog is going to be better than Mushroom Cow 100% of the time on pets. Let me check his relic actually. My notes. 30, pet stats 33, 110 times 1.33. That's only a 36 increase as opposed to Green Bandana. 4 per level, that's 60. Yeah, so Hedgehog is going to be probably better than Mushroom Cow 100% of the time. No context for collecting pets. So, and it's also going to be like marginally better than Elephant. Well, no, it's going to be marginally worse than Elephant for just normal farming crops. But like, if you're going to be doing pest grinding specifically, you're going to want to probably just farm with Hedgehog on your Fermento armor and then have your Slug as with your biohazard when you're setting up your pet rules. So that's how I feel about this so far. So Green Bandana Hedgehog kind of goes crazy. Sadly, the Minos relic is not going to work on Hedgehog because it is not also going to be on your stats since of the abilities. So that's kind of annoying, but it's like fine. But yeah, that's pets. Let me just go like throw these back in here now that I'm done talking about them. Let me go put on my mushroom armor real quick. So, what's my pest chance right now? My pest chance is 244, which doesn't sound right, but if I spray this, I get 50, so then it goes to 294. Then 296 with 296 when I'm going to be getting, or no, 295 when I upgrade my slug a couple more, right? Yeah, like 295. That's 95% chance for 4, and then whatever. But if you get the Squeaky Reforged, I believe? Squeaky. Then you throw that on a Epic. Yeah, so if you get 4 Squeakies, you're probably going to be spawning like 4 pets at once. Every time. So that's fine. So we go look at the profit tracker again. Where is that? Here it is. So 400k, so then you're going to be getting, let's just say on average 100k per, like what it looks like here, 100, or for the sake of it, 100, let's just assume we're going to be using plant matter, 130k per. Also, this is going to be assuming again, 2,000 farming fortune, yada yada yada. So, 130k times 4. So every pest rotation, you're going to be getting about 520k on average. And now with Squeaky, you're going to be getting decreased pest cooldown by another 4%. So Squeaky plus the new pest hunter thing, you're going to be decreasing the spawn rate by another 5%. So before you had a 2-minute time, so that was 120 seconds. And then multiplying that by 0.95-ish. So yeah, you're gonna be spawning things like 6 seconds faster, which isn't that much, but it's like fine. So 104, let's just say 2 minutes for the sake of it. So an hour is made up of 30 pest rotations, let's say. Yeah. Times 500k. So if you're at, like, getting pets every 120 seconds, on pets alone, 15 mil an hour at 2,000 farming fortune. And then, so I think farming's fine. After looking at all the numbers, doing all this math, I think we're fine. I think farming's gonna live. That's my first little ramble.